What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Yuxus, and today we're going to be going over Assault Mode Meliodas. He has been confirmed. I know I made a Should You Summon video. I mean, it should have been called You Must Summon because it was a 5-second video, but I'm going to go over everything he does here and his best team, and if I think he is the best unit in the game or not, because he is pretty god tier. So let's go over his kit. So obviously he's a green unit like everybody expected. I actually had my doubts and thought he would be red or blue. But he is a green unit. Something popped up on my screen. Anyways, his passive is that if all allies are demons or those with commandments, when allies take damage, increases basic stats by, okay, so it's basic stats. I wasn't sure, because there was multiple translations and all the ones before this one said, all stats, but it says increases basic stats by 5% and decreases defense related stats of all enemies by 15% for 2 turns. Limit is 5 times, activates when entering battle, which means if you go first or second, if the enemy attacks you or an ally, Meliodas will get this buff, right? So 5 times it goes up to 25%. I'm not sure if the limit, if this defense related stats, like if I don't know if this defense related stats debuff stacks. I'm pretty sure it does, so that's pretty high. If you attack anybody, basically if you attack a lot of times, this is gonna go. So if you attack 3 times, which is the highest you can do, you're going to be decreased by 45%. So he has Ludocio's passive basically, which is good. Then he has 1000 Divine Cuts. I didn't think this would be a skill. I thought it would be his ult, but it's not. Basically, it's inflicts rupture. It's an AoE rupture card, same as Ludocio. So he kind of replaces Ludocio, and you don't need to be a willed. He doesn't need to be free or willed out for that. So he's very good in that aspect. I think he does replace Ludocio there. And that breaks the Liz's shield, so he cucks her there. And then he also has the Amplify skill, but because he has the rupture, the Amplify skill will one-shot Liz. I don't know if you guys seen the live stream, but in the live stream he did one-shot Liz with this AoE, not even with this card. The AoE killed Liz instantly because of the defense-related stats. It's insane how it works. Then his ultimate, right, is the same as Mikasa's and not Bellion's. It's Mikasa's and Gallon's, right? Increases the hero's basic stats by 50% for 3 turns and inflicts damage to 350% of an attack on all enemies. Now this is new. None of them had all enemies. They were all single targets, so this is actually pretty good. Now I expected his ultimate to be 1000 Divine Cuts, but I guess this works too because this is what he used on Esterosa and Zeldris when they wanted to kill Liz, and he's like, no, don't mess with me. You know who I am. So if you're looking at his kit, I mean, we've seen gameplay, so we know how good he is. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so this skill, his Dark Sword, is considered a range skill, which means it will work on Grey Demon. Yo! That's so good. The Amplify skill is considered a ranged attack, which means it will work on the Great Demon. That's what, like, one of the points I was gonna bring out. He won't be useful in Great Demon, but that's very good. Now, do I think he's the best unit? No, I don't. I mean, I do, but I don't, because it's like, for me, I do, but for a lot of people, I know they won't, because his passive only works if you have all demons. Now, is that too much of an issue? To be honest, no, because demons really run the game. Like, let me pull up all the demons here. Right, we pull up the demons. Demons, right? We got Bellion, right? Not really crazy, but you know, we got Derriere, Esterosa, Fraudrin, Gallon, Hendrickson, Melascula. You can't run him with Meliodas, and then Monspeed and Zeldris, right? And then we also have the people who are commandments that does not show here, but that is Droll and Gloxinia. So you have that right now. What I think his best team is going to be is him, Droll, Zeldris in the back, and surprisingly Gloxinia. Reason being is because based off his kit, he kind of has his passive is kind of like the one Escanor's, Ludocio's, and a lot of the commandments. But the thing is, he doesn't have the immunity. which I know a lot of people expected him to have, which he doesn't. So people are probably going to start bringing back Red Gother, and they're just going to be able to attack seal him. And obviously, you don't want to have Zeldris in the front. I mean, you could, honestly, but I think it's going to be better to have him in the back. Because you want to have Draw's passive, or his commandment, because he applies the resistance buffs for the Amplify to proc, obviously. So, and then he has the taunt as well, which is very good. So I think Gloxinia is going to be good here, just in case if you people start to run Red Gother, he's just going to remove the debuffs. He is the only commandment who is actually useful and actually good that can cleanse, right? I'm pretty sure the only other commandment that can cleanse is not cleanse but heal is Melascula, but that's to herself. He actually has the same card as King, and he gives debuff immunity on a rank 3. So I think Gloxinia will become super meta, at least for me. When I pull him, I'm gonna go crazy on global. On JP, I'm just gonna get a copy or two. Then I'm stopping on JP. On global. I'm actually skipping the ones banner for this guy because the one was my favorite. But after seeing this, Assault is my favorite now. It is what it is. I don't think anybody's gonna pass Assault after this. But yeah, but Gloxinia is definitely the best option in my opinion when it comes to that that aspect, because people are going to attack seal him. You know how people are. The second the unit drops, they don't want to let them shine. They just want to find a counter. So the only counter to this guy, because again, he's like LV and a what's his name? What's his name? Escanor. Right, he's like assault mode, or not assault. He's like LV and Escanor. They're just raw attack. You can't really counter them unless you attack seal them or kill them, right? Now people are probably going to be like, oh, Tarmiel, right? Because of the damage reduction. Actually, I don't think so, because one, you're going to get a buff, right? He's going to get a buff, I'm pretty sure. And because it's an AoE attack, he's going to take more damage because everybody on the field is getting hit, not only him. Because he also takes damage from the reduced damage or something like that. So he will get body, and he's type disadvantage. So there's that. In terms of commandments and demons, you could run him with, the red Zeldris and blue or green draw comp, but after he drops, I don't think Goddess Liz is going to be shown anymore, because you're not allowed to run him with Goddess Liz. If you're using him, you can't bring Gother, you can't bring nobody. You want his passive to be activated, right? And it only works apparently. Oh, I love this Forgotten Pass. I love that name. But it only works if the allies are all demons or has commandments. So they don't have to be all demons, or they don't have to all have commandments. They just have to be a demon or have a commandment, which says right there basically. So there is that. But yeah, in my opinion, I personally think he is the best, but I could see why people wouldn't, because he's kind of limited. But the thing is, he's limited to like the best options, right? And these are demons. You got Esterosa, you got Melascula, which is also getting a buff. Her, Galland, Monspeed, and Glocks are getting a buff, which even makes me want to use Glocks even more, because he can also, seal rank 2 and 3 skills, which is going to be very good. And that's really it that are getting above. And then the commandments, draw. I'm very happy that blue draw, because like everybody always thought green draw was better. I mean, they didn't think that, they knew that, and even I did too, right? He probably still is better in terms of passives, but I'm liking how they're making blue draw a lot more useful. Because I actually between both of the draws, I like blue draw more, just because he has the petrify and immune to petrify and the taunt. I like that kind of combo that they gave him. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm actually going to start working on my blue draw on global because I have him. But yeah, his banner is actually insane too. I don't think Grand Cross Database has it out. Let me just double check. They do not. But yeah, I think his best team is going to be him, Gloxinia for the cleanse, but you want to have draw first. So you're going to have, obviously, Assault in the first slot, right? And then draw in the second, Glocks in the third, Red Zeldris in the back, just to buff up all the basic stats. That's what you're probably going to want to have. And because almost everybody else is going to be running this team, a lot of people are going to be running this team, which means with this guy in the back, oh my god, his stats are going to be so high up in the sky, because increases allies' basic stats by 6% per ally or enemy with the commandment. People are going to be running the commandment team everywhere. So this is going to be very disgusting, going to be very fun to watch and stuff like that. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I will have another video on, he is a festival, so I will have a unit on ranking the festival units, and I'll give points and stuff like that. And yeah, anyways, I'm Zexus. Hope you guys subscribed, or hope you guys liked or enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace. I gotta get back to farming.